Hello there everyone, I'm Lydia from Altenew and I just wanted to share with you a little bit about our black inks. So currently we have 4 different black inks in our family of inks. So the first up we have the Jet Black. Now this is a fast drying dye ink, so great for your everyday stamping needs. It gives uniform coverage and a crisp impression every time. Next up we have our permanent black ink. Now this was formulated to work perfectly with our artist markers, so this is not going to blend and bleed when you do use them with any alcohol inks that you do have in your collection. Next up we have Obsidian pigment ink. So this is an oil-based black pigment ink. It's great for stamping extremely detailed images. Also, this is waterproof, so it's great for stamping your images and then watercoloring them with any watercolor medium afterwards. Last but not least is the newest addition to our black inks, and this is the Jet Black Mixed Media ink. So this is a pigment ink. This has been made to work on a number of non-porous surfaces, be that paper, wood, or even fabric. One of the greatest properties of our original Jet Black ink is its drying speed. It is fabulous when it is used in conjunction with other inks, as the inks below it will dry really quickly too if you're using dye inks, and then you can just add your Jet Black ink straight on top and in no time it will be nice and dry. This means you will not be able to smudge it when you move your finger over it, which is really great for everyday crafting. Our Jet Black ink is also perfect for sentiments, and it gives a beautiful crisp image every time. Our permanent black ink was made to work perfectly with our artist markers, so it means it will work perfectly with all of your alcohol inks too, as these are alcohol based. This means when you're working with your artist markers or other alcohol ink markers, it won't blend and bleed any of the lines, so it's going to leave your impressions crisp and clean. Our permanent black ink is also great for adding sentiments, giving a crisp, clean lines to your sentiments. As you can see, the permanent black is stood up to the artist marker and there is no visible feathering of the line. Unlike the Jet Black, there's quite a lot of feathering, the same with the Obsidian and also the Jet Black Mixed Media ink. This time I have stamped the images onto a piece of watercolor cardstock. As the Jet Black ink is a water-based ink, this means the water is going to react with it. So this means it's not great to stamp your outline image and then watercolor on. Although this does mean that you can in fact use the Jet Black ink as a watercoloring medium on its own. The permanent black ink stands up to the test of the watercolor. There is a tiny bit of feathering, but I don't believe it's that noticeable. Obsidian and the multimedia Jet Black ink do work perfectly for this technique though, so these will work great when stamping your images for watercoloring. Again, the Obsidian Black is perfect for sentiments. This is because it was created to be able to stamp and capture all of those detailed lines and images. This time I'm stamping the images onto a piece of wood paper. The Jet Black ink does have a little bit of feathering when it has touched the paper, so it's probably not great for this technique. As well as the permanent black, the Obsidian on the other hand works pretty well, but I do believe that the multimedia Jet Black ink does leave a better impression and it is far darker than the Obsidian. Stamping onto fabric is another way that you can use inks. Now with the other three that we do have, which is the jet black, the permanent black, and also the obsidian, you can stamp onto fabric with these. They will leave a lighter impression than normal, but they will not be waterproof. As soon as you get a little bit of water onto these, they will wash off. Our mixed media jet black ink, on the other hand, is made for this task. All you need to do is heat set it and it will be permanent on the garment. All of our inks have been specially created to work with our photopolymer stamps, so will work perfectly with them all. I just wanted to show you how well each of these do stamp the solid image stamps that we have in our collection. Some of them may be a little bit lighter than the others. I do think that the jet black is a slightly lighter than the rest of them, as the other ones are pigment and this is a dye. Choosing a black ink can be very difficult, but you just need to decide on what kind of surface that you are stamping on and what kind of technique you are going to use for later on. If you are just using a layering stamp set, maybe just go for a dye ink that does dry pretty quickly. If you do want to use artist markers or alcohol inks afterwards, then go for our permanent black ink. This will stand up to the test of those alcohol inks that you do apply later on. If you are after stamping detailed images or things that you want to watercolor afterwards, I highly recommend our obsidian black ink. If you are wanting to stamp on a different number of materials, such as fabric and wood, I would then go for our jet black mixed media ink. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really do hope it helps you choose the black ink that you require, and we hope to see you again really soon. Bye bye.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching!